In this episode, Millennials, Gen Z agreeing on something? You'll be surprised what they're agreeing on.
And on the flip side, what the hell do you do when you have no internet at work? And who's the bigger star, Talk Tua or Mudang? Mike, hit the music. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Welcome back to the Funny Business Podcast. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, whatever day you're listening, wherever you are, however you may be listening. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. A great episode for you. Mike, how are you? How are things?
I might just leave that in just because I want to, but we'll decide when I go into post-production. The yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. We'll find out. Tune in. Tune in, Matt, this Friday to your own podcast. To see if I leave
I'll
that
tune
in.
I would put it at a 30% chance you leave it in.
30% chance I leave it in.
30% chance you leave it in. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm good. Things are great. Ready for another episode, my best friend.
How
I heard
feeling?
you're flying solo.
I am flying solo. Yes.
Temporary.
Temporary. Yes. For a few days.
Let's not start the rumor, shall we?
By the time this podcast comes out, April will return from her trip. And as customary of when she leaves for a trip, I am under the weather. Am I blaming her? Not necessarily. Can't rule it out. But battling through, just grinding through. Did my nose sprays before this. I have been taking Dayquil pretty constantly the past 2 days. Feeling great.
We're at work today.
I was at work today. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Interesting.
Why is that?
This is part of the segment.
Why is that interesting? Why is that interesting?
Well, there was like a statistic out there before COVID. It was like there's a high percentage of people like would go into work sick, and like now people are like being a little bit mindful because I think ever since COVID, the cocoa.
Yeah. So I think I just have a head cold. That's what I'm going to wrap it up as. Now, since I'm talking about it, I'm just going to bring it up. I was going to save it for later in the show. I have a beef with my doctor's office.
Okay.
I just went to go on the app just to see if I could get like a virtual appointment or just something scheduled for sometime later in the week if I need it. Nothing available all week. So I was like, all right, that can't be true. So then I called before work and they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, we have nothing available.
What if I'm dying?
Yeah. So what am I supposed to do if I get sick? Just go to the ER? That's probably not where they want me to go.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, I'll just be a man.
Yeah. Be a man.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize it would segue into a good opportunity to talk about what we're talking about today. But I sent Matt a text last night saying this one thing Millennials and Gen Zers agree on. Mm-hmm. And I think I sent that to you like maybe 24 hours or maybe a little less, like maybe 20 hours before our recording time today. So Matt had enough time today to kind of think this through.
It was 8:07 p.m.
8:07 p.m. So it's definitely less than 24 hours. So Matt, you had quite the day to think this through. What do you think Millennials and Gen Zers agree on?
Can I get like a ballpark of the genre? And I just want to apologize if anyone hears me coughing at any point during this podcast because it's really hard for me to talk and not cough today.
Genre, I would say, so it's not music, it's not food. It's not music, it's not food. It's a type of communication.
I'm going to say reacting to a text is not a text message.
Incorrect.
Okay. Is it that nobody leaves voicemails anymore?
Incorrect.
Am I close?
You're not even a phone is involved in this.
Okay. Carrier pigeons are cool.
Closer?
Oh, all right. The mail sucks.
I will give you one more guess, but you're the subject matter of this.
Is the carrier pigeon?
No, it's not. What is the pigeon carry?
Mail.
Yes. Snail mail.
Snail mail.
Yes.
Okay.
Snail mail is one thing Millennials and Gen Zers agree on.
That agree on what?
So, Taylor Knight, New York Post. The overview of the situation is that despite the belief that younger generations rely on technology, a new survey by Stamps.com reveals that Millennials and Gen Zers are keeping snail mail alive. Comments?
Yeah, I think this is just propaganda by Stamps.com.
Because
they just want to stay in business. Yes.
It's reported by New York Post. Anyway, Here is the survey. Nearly 65% of respondents still send letters and packages monthly, with almost 48% of Gen Z mailing 1 or 2 times a month.
This can't be true. This can't be true. I mean, how many times do you personally send things in the mail?
Personally or through a job?
Personally.
At least twice a year.
Okay, my point exactly. Now work purposes, I understand.
Yeah, I'm sending it out of the wazoo.
Oh man, it's outrageous. Necessary but outrageous. The amount of mailings. But like personally, how many times can you opt out of mail to get paperless billing for nowadays? Or how many times do you not have to pay something in the mail and you can just go online and pay it? How many times do you get snail mail? And like, I do this quite often. I don't even open it. I just see it's trash and it goes right in the trash.
Especially with the election season, we are getting a ton of postcards in the mail.
Oh my God. I'm not getting, you know what? We don't get a lot snail mail. I've been getting texts saying like, our records show you're not registered to vote. Bullshit. Been voting for the past 8 years.
I got a text message from our governor. He's like, it's time to register to vote. I was like, mailed it in yesterday.
Nice.
I responded to him, mailed it in.
You texted their governor?
I texted him back. Mailed it in. Here's the key details from the study. The personal touch and the reliability of snail mail, well, that's a lie, are the key reasons young people continue to use it.
The absolute worst.
Okay. There is a quote, Nick Spitzman from Stamps.com, the general manager. This is because of the unique value it provides, the personal touch, the reliability, and importance. Well, clearly, Nick, you're mailing from a business. You're not mailing personally.
Yeah, again, I think this is a paid ad by Stamps.com to be like, oh, hey, look, people need stamps. Where can you get them? Oh, wow, Stamps.com. That's convenient.
Where the generational preference, it says Gen Z and millennials value different aspects of snail mail. 32% of Gen Zers appreciate its reliability, while 41% of Gen X respondents emphasize its emotional connection.
All right, Mike, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
And you don't have to answer this personally, even though you are engaged. So how do a lot of people send out wedding invitations?
Put them in the mail?
Snail mail, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do probably 95% of people RSP... Let me try that again.
Continue.
Rewind. How do 95% of the people RSVP to a wedding?
Online.
Why do you think that is?
Preference. It's easier to maintain a record of RSVPs online than it is keeping all of everybody's RSVP somewhere.
I.e., it's more reliable.
Yes.
Yes. There we go.
There's concerns and security for this survey, apparently. Despite the convenience of digital communication, 31% of respondents prefer the security of physical mail, especially for private documents. Excuse me?
What?
Have we not talked about this election?
Yes.
Yeah, let me get my tinfoil hat.
So at work, we have to, my personal job, I submit a lot of things to people to review. They are classified documents. I submit probably 1% via snail mail because I have to. There's so many people that are now moving to digital submissions because it's safer. Even when we have to drop things off in the mail, and I do this I'm just talking about my personal life. I don't just go to like a blue mailbox, open it up and slide it in, because there's so many people that then go in and steal those. Like I will walk into the post office and hand it to the people behind the counter. It's probably very inconvenient for them because it's already stamped and everything, but that's way safer, I think, in my mind.
Apparently, it also brings Gen Z likes the revival of retro items. And I can't believe this is going to say retro, but cassette tapes, record players, and even landline phones have been caught of interest for Gen Z in the revival of retro technology.
Landline phones are the worst.
No one has them anymore.
No. And if you do, it's just decoration. They don't work.
Right?
Yeah. Actually, my parents just got rid of their landline phone. Like, I'm not kidding, a couple months ago.
How many cords have they cut in the last few years?
Yeah, that's
That's
incredible. It's incredible.
Apparently, I know Matt's parents that they cut the cord with everything.
Yes. Shout out Mama Summers, turned 60 the other day.
No way.
Yeah.
Would never be able to tell.
You liked my... Oh, I was going to say, I thought you didn't know it was her birthday.
No, you didn't. I just saw a happy birthday, but I didn't realize she turned
60.
You could have told me she turned 40. I would have been like, yep, I believe you.
Listen, I know. I walked up. I said, "Happy 30th birthday."
Well, I think we clearly shared our opinion on snail mail.
Just like the snail mail, it took us a while to kind of get to the point about snail mail because it just takes forever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a difference between the reliability. Like I know with my Amazon packages, like for the most part, they get delivered. But then there's the reliability. Like if you deliver an email versus if you deliver a package, there could be porch pirates. Just saying.
Yeah. So speaking of Amazon, have you seen the dock workers strike?
Yeah.
That's not going to be fun.
No,
not in the slightest.
No.
They're saying like back in the days, like the good old COVID days when you couldn't find toilet paper and stuff on the shelves, like it could get like that again.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Gotta
And I think
use
Amazon could be affected.
4 squares per wipe.
That's generous. On average, how many squares do you use per wipe?
What
the important questions we're asking here. Ironically,
0.
I did get my mom toilet paper for her birthday.
You did?
Yeah, I went on Amazon. It was like $3. It said, "Oh shit, you're 60." Back to snail mail. Last time you got something in the mail that you actually received from someone that wasn't wedding related. What was it? That also wasn't like promotional material, like from someone you knew.
So like a letter.
Yeah.
We got a thank you card from Jenna's sister and future brother-in-law
For the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not wedding related. It's a thank you card.
It's a thank you card for the...
It's a thank you card.
Yeah, for attending what?
Ace.
A ceremony of...
Technically, it was a celebration.
A celebration of...
Marriage.
Ah, there it is. I think the only thing snail mail is still good for, outside of wedding invitations, Christmas cards or holiday cards, birthday cards.
I got my birthday cards.
Yes, birthday cards. Yeah. We gotta, you know what? People should send each other birthday cards more often.
I'll be ready.
Yeah. Screw just wishing random people happy birthdays on Facebook. Send them a birthday card.
That truly tells you that you
Correct.
are close with them.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Moves your friendships up from like a 5 to a 9.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to slide on in. Second half of the show. It's time for buy or sell. Mike, I'm going to go to random number generator.
Okay.
We're going to have some fun here.
Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I'm going to use a number generator for this.
We're going to go 1 to 1,000. You want odds or even?
Odds.
Okay. Whatever number comes up, and I'm going to go like this. If so you have odds. If it's odds, you go first.
Okay.
We got 197. Nice. All right, Mike. Buy or sell? You're first.
Buy or sell. Matt, I'm buying changing the speed of how you listen to a podcast.
Ooh, I'm not going to like this answer.
So there are some podcasts that, like I said, I have a scheduled podcasts. And there are times where the half hour in the car ride doesn't do justice to listen to the whole podcast. So with some of our podcasting apps, you're able to listen at certain speeds. My most preferred, 1.2. If I really just want to rip through it, 1.5. If I know that I can finish the podcast within the hour commute that I have total back and forth, I'll put it on normal speed. But I think it allows me to finish my podcasts in a quick and efficient manner.
That's great. I'm glad you can do that. Why I personally can't is if I listen to it at any faster speed, especially if I'm driving, I feel like I concentrate less on the road and more on like what they're saying so I comprehend it.
Oh, clearly you need help.
Well, how do I need help?
Because you should be paying attention to the road.
I also need, like, I can't process people talking like fast very well. Mm-hmm. I've tried it. It's not for me. Mm. The only time I do it is if like there's a podcast that like there's one that I like right now so far. But the first like 3.5 minutes are just ads. Mm. And that you gotta get to the point.
Yeah.
Just put them in throughout the show.
That's how I keep making that money.
Yep. Good for them.
I'm also buying a water bottle.
Okay.
So I have had this water bottle now.
John?
No, not John the bottle. I don't know where that is.
Damn.
I've had this bottle now for, oh gosh, I can't even think, since 2021, I think. So it's Simple Modern. Here's the problems. This plastic bit starting to get, I dropped it enough where like it's starting to get where you actually put your lips at.
Yep.
Couple dents. You can't fit in the cup holder now. Well, you've never been able to fit it in the cup holder. Big bottle, 40 ounces. Mm-hmm. Simple Modern. And I thought, probably a good time to buy another water bottle.
Okay.
So this is the new water bottle they have.
Does Stanley?
It is Simple Modern. Again, it is 40 ounces, but it's able to fit in a cup holder.
That's cool.
And it has a little thing where you can do this, because with my old one, you had to dip it. But then there's also a little attachment. So if you could tell in the center, there's like a little small circle.
Yeah.
You could unscrew the small circle and screw in this, and you can have a different compartment without changing the whole lid.
It's very fancy for a water bottle.
Simple, modern. That's the name.
I just want a water bottle to hold water. I do like that it fits in the cup holder.
Yeah, it's got a handle.
That's kind of bougie.
I know. It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I literally I haven't even opened it and all this stuff is still inside of it.
But does it keep ice?
Oh man, Matt. These Simple Modern cups, they will keep everything hot. They'll keep everything cold.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Can I afford it?
$40.
Okay.
It lasts quite a long. Lasts quite a long. Yeah, good language.
How many?
40 ounces.
40 ounces. Great. Yeah, I've also started using a water bottle for work. I'm just trying to drink more water throughout the day. Yeah.
I went from green to blue. Matt, I'm selling Dependency of the Internet.
Okay.
Monday this week. We didn't have internet until 12 p.m. at work.
So what'd you do?
I organized my office because there is a ton of freaking papers in my office.
Well, that's good. So you know what? In a scenario like that, a lot of times we all put that stuff off because we then have technology to do our work with. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise.
Yep.
Continue.
Oh, yeah. Good cleanup. I had a meeting, so like we still met, but it ended up being that it wasn't until about lunchtime where I was able to get back on. But just how crazy it is how internet dependent we are as companies, organizations, etc., to get on Teams, to respond to an email. Like, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in the world anymore. I mean, right. I think probably more than half people now require the internet to watch television, whether that's through Netflix or Hulu or even subscriptions to watch like live TV, YouTube TV, credit cards, payments. It is crazy.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. So, yeah, it was quite fun. And then lastly, I'm selling shaving. Sometimes it's just not fun. But then I'm also selling like I'm just a baby. Like I'm just a little pubescent child. Like I can't grow like a wonderful beard like Matt. So
I do not call this a wonderful beard.
But
wonderful.
Like it's Will Scruff. That's what it is. It's Will Scruff.
How long have you ever went without shaving?
I tried it during COVID and I was just not feeling it.
Do you remember what my beard looked like in COVID?
Oh, you were a mountain man.
I never realized it until like a year later when I used to go back and look at the terrible TikTok. Yeah. That's a cold word. Well, I used to go back and look at the terrible TikToks I used to make, which I still think those were fun. That beard was crazy long. I'm going to go buy. I am buying a little sports heavy today. Buying playoff baseball.
Let's go.
Playoff baseball is back. One of the best times of the year. Yankees have a first round bye.
Heck yeah.
What
a turnaround. Because I remember many episodes ago, we were saying they suck.
So I saw a stat, like the first, whatever, I'll just throw generic numbers out there. First 70 games of the season, best record in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
The next 50, second worst in baseball. The final third, second best in baseball. So we're on the up and up. Mike, I feel confident.
I'm right with you.
I really do. The pitching's a bit of a question mark, but I don't know. I got a feeling. I think they're actually going to hit this postseason. I have a hot take. I think the MVP of the playoffs, it's not going to be Aaron Judge. It's not going to be Juan Soto. It is going to be...
I forget his name. It's a unique name.
Jazz Chisholm.
Yep.
It's going to be Jazz. Jazz, I was not hyped when they got Jazz. Really cool guy. Didn't think he was a great player. He's been great since he's come. I think he is built for the playoffs. Can't wait. I haven't been this confident. I was telling some friends. They were trying to get me agitated today. Worked for a little bit, but I was like, you know what? They're not in the playoffs. I'm focused my energy on the playoffs. I've not been this confident since 2017 when we got cheated by the Houston Astros. It's always teams screw the Astros. We would have won the World Series that year. That's a fact. Feel confident. Also, shout out, unshout out to the Astros. They lost the first game today.
Nice.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm trying to go to the game this weekend.
Have fun.
We'll see. Next up, I am buying responsibly gambling with your friends. Responsibly. Always responsibly. I don't think I've told this story on podcast.
You've told so many stories. I'm not gambling anymore. I'm gambling again. Oh, just this one time.
Well, now I responsibly gamble. I've made the decision. I like gambling during college football season.
You know, there's a
During
number
college
at the
basketball.
bottom of the screen.
Yeah, it's fine. I said responsibly
Right.
gamble. However, I had a thrill ride. There's nothing better than gambling with your friends. I had a buddy of mine who had a responsibly large wager that he placed like 9 months ago.
Okay.
It was for Celtics to win the NBA Finals
Okay.
and another player to win like a tennis match. And obviously the Celtics won the finals.
Yeah.
And he was like, guys, like he's going to win this. You need to like join me and just like, so me and my other buddy, we did
Wait, join what?
like make our own bet for him to win.
Isn't that illegal?
No,
Okay.
that's
Anyway,
not,
continue.
that's not insider Joe. That's not insider trading. He's just, I think he's going to win.
Okay.
So he ended up winning. I won a small amount of money. However, my friend won a large amount of money.
You get a cut of that?
We're actually tomorrow going out for drinks to celebrate
Nice.
on him. So yes,
Nice.
yes, yeah.
Wow, that much.
5 figures,
Holy shit.
like mid 5 figures. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, it was absolutely wild.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, 5 figures. Yes, yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, if you can do it responsibly with friends, it's fun. I'm also buying Mudang the hippo. And really, I'm just doing this to out that Mike has no idea who Mudang the hippo is. The cutest hippo on Earth right now.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's the
It's the hippo that has literally been all over the place on social media.
Yeah, it's the only hippo you need to know.
No,
It's
that
Mudang.
had a name.
Yes, Mudang.
Thought it was going to be like Hawk Tuah Girl, Haley Welch. Like we didn't know the name until it happened.
No. Shout out Talk to her though. Podcast is a monster. Yeah, Mudang is just the cutest thing on the internet right now.
It's all right.
What?
It's all right.
Why are you shitting on Mudang?
I'm not shitting on Mudang.
Sounds like you are.
Oh my gosh.
What's your beef?
I have no beef.
So we have Mudang on the podcast. You can hash it out.
I have had beef with Mark Cuban. I've had beef with a hippo.
Yeah. Actually, but yeah, we'll fly to Thailand and do a vlog with Mudang. That would be electric. I'm selling ESPN. Really, this is kind of like the back end of ESPN. So I use the ESPN account for fantasy football, the other fantasy apps.
Yes.
I realized that my email address for the account is still my college email. Don't know how the hell that happened. How I realized this. ESPN has this like game. It's not really like fantasy football where they give you 10 college football games to pick from. And it's like weekly challenges. And like each week there's like a prize for like the best and an overall prize for whoever wins at the end. So I've been doing really good. Mike, I'm ranked 98th in the country.
98th in the country.
98th. I'm in the 99.9 percentile.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I need to like change my email in case like, God forbid, I actually win something. Like this is getting kind of crazy. I can't change my email address. They won't let me. They just flat out won't let me. I told them, I was like, I don't have access to this email anymore. They're like, yeah, you have to make a new email address. I was like, okay. Can you then transfer that account or that game to this? They're like, no, it's associated with that email. I can't do it. In today's
ride the wave.
Yeah, but what if I end up winning this thing and they contact me? Then I was like, can you contact me via text so I can claim it that way? They can't do that either. So I am actively trying to tell them I need to change my contact information, and they basically said, go F yourself.
You know, you've been told as an alum that your email will be deactivated 3 consecutive semesters after your graduation.
Yeah, that's not what I'm mad about. I'm mad about ESPN not letting me change my email.
Should have changed your email before you graduated.
No, it's ESPN's fault.
Okay.
And finally, I am selling NIL disputes.
Okay.
Have you seen any of Matthew Sluka versus UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas? I think we all probably saw something like this coming. However, big news in college football. For those that don't know, NIL, players can get paid. Schools cannot technically pay players directly. I think it has to be some sort of like sponsorship endorsement deal, whatever. Here it comes. It was last week, so after week 3, Matthew Sluka, who was the starting quarterback at UNLV, said he was redshirting. He was not going to finish his season at UNLV and was going to transfer. So redshirt means if you play 4 games or less, you can keep your year of eligibility when you transfer to a new school or at your current school. Sluka was saying that the school offered him $100,000 in endorsements and that they paid him basically nothing. And when he approached them about it, they said, "You're not getting this," and he was left. The school was then saying, "That's not true. We promised him nothing like that." He and his agent deemed his value went up because they were winning. He went to the school asking for more. The school couldn't do it, so then he left. Thoughts?
It's kind of like when AI broke into the scene. It was like, oh, like this is so cool, this is so awesome, and then like we're starting to realize like, oh, like AI stealing some copyrighted material, or like you said, Matt, like you knew this was coming in a certain way. I think it's tough that at a point that 18 to 22-year-old is making a decision based on contractual agreements and they probably don't even have a legal team or anything like that. Like, yeah, there probably was something that says like bottom line, like you got to play and you can't ask for more money. And they're just like, okay, yeah, I'm making a lot of money. And this is what happens. Because remember, we were at a point in college where we're just like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And even though it made no sense to us.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like signing loans. Like we're like 18. Like, yeah, I'll sign a loan.
So here's my thing. There's no regulations right now against NAL. It's just kind of like a free-for-all.
Yeah.
There's also a few other players that did this. Like they played well. Didn't say there was a dispute, but then they redshirted. They're going to transfer all for money. I think I'm for now paying the players. I think we're at a point. I'm fine with that. They got to regulate it. There's got to be rules. I think I don't even want to say the NCAA because they don't do it at all. But someone's got to find the rules. There's got to be like laws. Like players can't keep doing this every year. It's week 3, week 4. They're playing well. They want to leave for money.
Right.
We got to figure this shit out. It's not going away. We just got to make some rules and regulations against it.
Yeah. And I think you're right, Matt. Like NCAA like wouldn't want to interfere with it, but like there's got to be some type of overarching regulation to cover that.
Now there's one tiny part of the story that I'm not going to say I left out, but I'm going to bring it up because it's not totally confirmed. It was rumored that while the team was 3-0, he was not playing great.
Okay.
There was rumors that the team was going to bench him for the backup quarterback, and he wanted to kind of get ahead of that. What someone in the media kind of like suggested that, and everybody kind of shit on him. However, then this past weekend when the backup played, he lit the place on fire, and everyone was like, "Oh, well, this guy doesn't look good now."
Yeah, we should sign this kid.
Yeah. So yeah, they gotta set some rules. Whether it's contracts, I guess I don't know because how do you sign contracts if then a player wants to transfer schools? Like you can't. I don't know. It's just fishy because like if the player wants to transfer schools for academic reasons but still plays football, but he has an NIL contract, how does that work?
Probably you could like have like a transfer clause, like if you transfer to a different school, it's set to renegotiate.
Yeah, or everybody just signs like 1-year contracts.
Yeah,
but that's a shit show in itself.
But then again, it's this college kid that's trying to sign this. Whereas like, not everybody's Livy Dunn. Like it's
well, the crazy part is like half these guys have agents now.
What is it? Like their brother or their best friend? Like
best
friend is going to school for business management. Like
it's crazy. Like some of these guys said that there's a story that 2 players at Colorado State stayed at the school even though multiple schools offered them $600,000. I mean, that's insane. Like you can't just have Joe Schmo handling that as your agent.
Huh.
Wild.
I handled our social fraternity party every year, so I know how to manage a budget.
It'd be awesome if we could sponsor someone else funny business. It'd be great.
$1.
Have them on the podcast every month.
Dedicate our ending to the person.
It'd be great. That's all I got.
Man. Wow. Thank you for sponsoring us and to supporting this podcast by listening. You find all that good stuff at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
Floss. Use mouthwash and take care of your teeth. Okay.
That's it.
For those listening and not watching, Mike just got up and actually flossed like the dance.
Yeah. I'm the floss king.
No, take care of your teeth.
Yes. Shiny teeth and me,
Shiny teeth, shiny teeth.
Thank you all so much for listening. And until the next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.